Hello everyone, I'm Connor, and according to most people, I'm not very good at being a man. Even though YouTube killed the video response, they stabbed it multiple times and killed it, there's been an incredible string of videos about a similar subject. It was started by a guy named Pano, and I will link all these videos in the description, and most recently went to my girl Ashley Mardell, and I thought that I would comment on this because it is an issue that is important to me, and has affected me a lot in my life. I am a straight male. Let's just throw that out in the open. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but just to provide some perspective on my perspective about this whole issue. Being a straight man, there is a certain set of expectations put on me as to how I should act, how I should carry myself, how I should deal with social situations, and how I should be as a person. Men are supposed to be assertive, they're supposed to be physically imposing, they're supposed to be able to control a situation with just their presence, they're supposed to be able to just be this big guy. Oftentimes the image of the manliest man that I can think of is like a lumberjack, a guy like that. That is a dude's dude. That is what a dude is supposed to be. And that's what I grew up thinking, that's what most guys grow up thinking, that's what the whole world grows up thinking, because that's how the world has thought forever. But we are progressing and we're moving forward because it's 2013 and that is stupid. That is outdated. That limits people and it makes people who are a little bit different than that image of what a guy's guy is, makes them feel different and therefore less than. One of the most common reasons that guys make fun of each other growing up in elementary, middle, and high school is that they're bad at sports. That's one of the easiest ways that people use to make fun of people, and that was something that I necessarily didn't go through because I wasn't bad at sports. I was made fun of though because I was different. For example, when I sit down, I like to sit with my legs crossed, quote unquote, like a lady. This is comfortable to me, and apparently this is how girls sit, and I'm not allowed to sit like this. Apparently also, talking with your hands as much as I do and gesturing like I do, that's another girly thing that guys don't do. That's weird for guys to do. Also, sometimes I spontaneously dance in the streets, in the hallways, doing what I do. And again, that's another either girly or quote-unquote gay thing to do, and that's something that people made fun of me a lot for. It used to bother me at a very, very deep level because I knew that I was different. I knew that I was supposed to be different. I knew that I was supposed to just be myself and be happy with myself. However, it still hurt me because I felt just like I did not fit in because I wasn't a guy's guy. And this continued into high school when I attended an all-guys high school, and culture was everywhere. However, I did start to get better with it as I entered different cliques, different groups of people that understood and were also different. I started doing musical theater, and I was also in speech and debate, and these were areas in which people were encouraged to just be themselves because it doesn't matter who you are is good enough regardless of who you are. One of the most ridiculous insults that I ever received was somebody just in class just saying the word theater at me as if that was enough to make me feel less than, because I was doing something that according to him was not a guy thing to do, or was not a manly thing to do, or was a gay thing to do. That was something that was supposed to hurt me. It didn't hurt me because that's freaking stupid. That's just not, if you're gonna insult me, be creative, but at the same time, it just reveals a larger problem. There is an expectation of manhood, much like there is an expectation of womanhood. There seems to be these traits that we apply to both genders, and if you don't abide by those traits, if you're anywhere different, if you fall anywhere in between on that spectrum, you're seen as different, or in some cases, a freak, and are completely ostracized by some cultures. A man is supposed to be big, tough, and assertive, and a woman is supposed to be passive, dainty, graceful, things like that, and that's just so not the truth. For women, it's talked about a lot, like the images in the magazines of supermodels and how that's it's an unattainable feat of physical perfection that they're supposed to attain, and that is absolutely true, and it's a terrible thing that happens. However, on the guy's side, that exists as well. I'm a small guy. I'm little, I'm lanky, I'm tiny. And that's just the way that I'm built. It's the way that I am. I have people constantly saying, like, you need to eat more, you need to go to the gym, you need to lift more because you'll look more like a man. You look more like a man. And what that implies is that currently, how I am, I'm not good at looking like a man. I don't really look like a man. I might look like a boy, or I might look girly, and as a result of that, I'm less than. Obviously, nobody means this when they say that, but it's just what's implied, and it just reveals the larger problem of this all. Regardless of what gender you are, what sexuality you are, however you identify yourself as a person, you should just be free to act how you want to act. We live in an amazing time where people are starting to realize that you don't have to act the way society tells you. You can be who you are, even if that is different. Because the bottom line is that if everyone was the same, good lord, this world would be so boring. I love that humans come in different shapes, sizes, colors, different desires, different physicalities, different attributes. I love that, and that's what makes this experience so freaking awesome, is that we're all so different and we get to interact with each other. If you're ever worried about doing something and you're a girl and you're worried that it's too manly, freaking don't be worried about that, because if you want to do it, do it. A perfect example of this, I have a coworker who's been babysitting this little boy, and this little boy has been asking her to buy him toys. Specifically, he's been asking her to buy him Barbie dolls. And he's asking her this because he's afraid to ask his parents, because those are girl toys. He's not allowed to play with those. Toys don't have a gender, and playing with a Barbie doll as a guy isn't going to turn you gay, or it isn't going to turn you transgender, it isn't going to turn you into anything except for what you are. It's going to let you be yourself, and as a result, you're going to be happier, you're going to be healthier, and you're going to have more fun because you're playing with the toys that you want to play with. I might not be good at being a man, according to everyone else's definition. However, I know what I am. I'm Connor, I'm a guy, and I do what I want. I do what I like, and I act how I like, and I sit with my legs crossed like a lady because it's freaking comfortable. That's all I have to say about that. If you guys want to add to this discussion, always in the comments, I would love to hear what you have to think. Please go check out the links in the description to the other videos because they're incredible. It's an incredible topic that I think more people need to talk about. And if you want to make a video response, you can't leave it anymore, but send it to me on Facebook or Twitter, and I will absolutely check it out. But yeah, that's all I got. As always, I'm Connor Manning. You've just become a little more awesome, and I will see you guys on freaking... I never know what day of the week it is. I will see you guys on Friday. I know, it's different. It's really different. What's going on up here? I know, I like it. I like it a lot. It was time for a change. I'm rocking the same haircut, same hairstyle for a long time. Need to do something different. Also, it was just getting messy. I keep doing that to my... I'll get a haircut, be like, oh, I'm gonna get a haircut in a month to keep it clean. And then I just like, I don't feel like it. And then it just goes, blah. Because that's how my hair does. But we're sticking with this guy.